Hi, I'm Aiman, and welcome back to one of my auto repair videos. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to replace the suspension, strut bearing, and top mount on the Honda Civic 2016 to 2021 or 10th generation Honda Civic. So this job will require that you first remove the suspension strut assembly and remove the suspension spring. And of course, it requires that you have these parts, which you can actually find for very cheap. This one you can find for $25, and this for $10. So the reason that we're doing this is because we heard a creaking noise that happened when we were turning at low speeds, like stop and go turning. And we deduced that it was the bearing right here that caused that noise. In fact, it was actually a guess that my dad made, and he looked at it. We actually have a more lengthy video that goes into the diagnosis of this if you want to check it out. But basically, we came to the conclusion. Also, in that video, I mentioned that you can mitigate that sound with some PB blaster, or actually more with like lubricant, like WD-40. But my dad was certain that it was this bearing, and we took it apart, and we actually did find out it was the bearing, because as you can see, it's all messed up. It's basically cracked and broken, and it's coming apart at the seams. Let's take this out. Wow. And is this the bearing that we saw earlier? Wow. It's very messed up. So it's a good thing that we're replacing this. So that's why we're replacing it. Oh my God. Yeah. And that's why we're replacing it with this new bearing right here. And while we're replacing the bearing, we're going to replace the top mount. Alright, so now we're going to replace the bearing. It's very simple. All I have to do is take your top mount and the bearing and put them together. And it's going to click into place. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the boot from the old one and put it in. Now, you don't necessarily have to replace the mount. We're just doing it because my dad's concerned that the bearing being broken here might have caused some damage to the motor mount. But if you look online, it's very rare that the motor mount is broken. It's less so since the bracket itself, the bearing is plastic. It wouldn't make sense that it would damage it. But just in case, we're going to replace it. My dad said I said motor mount. Let me clarify. I meant the top mount. It's called the top mount. It's been like 3 hours. Anyway, we're going to replace the boot. So we'll take it out. Let's see. I think you'll have to get like a pry bar to pull it out, or just angle it and then angle it into here and push it in. Okay, very simple, very chill. And there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our spring that we took out, or take your new spring, make sure it has the compressors on it, and we're going to put it back on. Okay, so in this case we know how it's oriented because we took it out this way. But if you don't know how it's oriented, then it has this bottom piece that's going to line up at the bottom there. Just like this. Okay. And it will seat just like that. It should be pretty snug of a fit. Now then, while it's like this, I'm going to keep my head away from the top of it just to be safe. We're going to take our boot and we're going to install it. So the spring goes through this hole right here. So we'll loop it through. And then you see this notch here? We'll rotate the spring around it. Okay, so it's caught. And now we'll fully seat it by sticking it through that hole. And make sure that when you screw this in, it goes all the way to this piece where it says R on it. it stops right there. You can put the boot down now. We don't need it to be exposed to tighten it, because it's going to be the spring's going to be expanded by then. But I guess I will just to show. So we're going to wiggle it on, and we're trying to get it caught onto this lip right here. If it's too much trouble, then I'll skip this step. But it's not too much trouble. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our mount, and I want to line it up with my markings. I guess we didn't make a marking down here. That's okay. I'm going to line it up with these ones. You can see I made the marking here, though. This little red piece. I'm going to fix it on. I can't really look at it from the top, but I'll try my best to position it. Okay. And now I'm going to line it up right here. Okay. I don't want to push down on it, because that'll mess up this whole compression setup. But now what we're going to do is take our old flange nut, and we're going to put it on and tighten it. Oh, and my hands are too greasy to really tighten it. Okay. Oh wait, it's gonna go this way. Okay, it does go down further. I'm not gonna go down too tightly. Just enough that it stops and it's secure. Okay, so now at this point, I'll take this out. And then I'll put the boot back on. And then we'll compress the spring. Whew. Okay. All right, so you put the tires back on. And now you'll see that so now that the tires are back on, the spring is fully extended, which means that when we try to tighten this nut here, it won't rotate freely, and it will allow us to fully torque it. So make sure you don't lower your car yet. Let that weight of your tire extend the spring out, and we're going to torque it to about 50 foot-pounds. There is a lot of conflicting information online about what exactly the torque is on these, but going off prior 17 millimeter bolts and nuts, we can expect this to be about in the range of 50 foot-pounds. So that's what we're going to do, and then we're going to put, just to be sure, a thread locker or Loctite on the threads to fix it in place and make sure it doesn't come loose. Okay, let me just okay, so there we go. Make sure you have that cap on, and we're going to put some thread locker. Okay. All right, so we're out of thread locker. That's all right, we can put it later. But just to be safe, we're going to torque it to about 55. Which is okay, because I think people recommended 58. So we'll just do 55, just a bit under that. Yeah, actually we have it set to 56, but... All right, I think that's fully torqued. It's about pretty good. And we'll get some thread locker or Loctite on it later. But for now, we're just gonna take our cap and just put it back on. Whew. And there we go. Alright, so that's the end of the job. Now all I have to do is lower the jack. And the job is done. Alright, so I'm Aiman, and today I showed you how to install your front suspension struts assemblies. Install your front strut assembly on your car. And in this case, again, it's a Honda Civic 2016 to 2021, 10th generation. I'm sure the process is pretty similar for most cars. And also the torque specifications will be different for different cars. But there we have it. I'm just trying to do the mental checklist to make sure that I torqued all the bolts. I'm pretty sure I did. But always go over what you did and just double check that you did everything right. In my case, I'm pretty sure everything is done. And hopefully we won't suffer that weird creaking noise that came from the bearing. Okay, so that's going to be it. I'm Aiman. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and look at other videos on EyeOnAiman, especially the videos on how to do this strut job. There's a ton of videos in this series, go check out all of them, and I'll see you in those videos. But for now, I'm Aiman, and signing out.